She was the director of research at the Africa Institute of Mental and Brain Health and was shot dead on Mawensi Road, Upper Hill. She's the latest victim of a shooting incident that took place at around 9 a.m. According to witness reports, the clinical psychologist succumbed to 4 gunshot wounds. I heard this story yesterday evening, just in another group that we were discussing. And I said, okay, so this seems to be the modus operandi. Yeah. There's something that you have that I want, or there's something that you're doing that I don't like, so I'm just going to get guys to off you.
Yeah.
How low we have sunk. So who is it? What's going on? There's a lot more, but I'm going to look into the Nation today. And we're getting into the pages of the Standard. Get yourself a copy of the Standard newspaper today. www.standardmedia.co.k is how you can get the Standard e-paper. Sawa?
Yes, let's get to the Daily Nation. Big losers in Sifuna's rise now. A year ago, it would have seemed far-fetched to suggest that Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna could wield enough political influence to unsettle established politicians. But the 44-year-old lawyer, renowned for his gift of the gab, has taken national politics by storm, driving a movement that threatens to disrupt entrenched networks and usher in a new order. Although he has yet to formally declare his presidential candidacy, opinion polls rank him among the frontrunners, with these surge rattling both the government and opposition heavyweights. So on the side of the government is President William Ruto, Professor Kithure Kindiki, the DP, Mr. Wetangula, who's the Senate Speaker of the National Assembly, Mudavadi P, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Mr. Oginga, who is the party leader ODM, and Ms. Wanga, as well, a key leader in ODM. Now in the opposition, we have Wamalwa, we have Mr. Musyoka, Dr. Matiang'i, Mr. Gachagua, Ms. Karua, and Mr. Nyoro also being highlighted there. Now, looming public health paralysis, nurses have joined an ongoing strike by the other healthcare workers, deepening a crisis that has disrupted operations in public hospitals nationwide. You see? So there is a problem in a hospital. It is still ongoing. Why? Because someone has decided not to live by the agreements that they signed. Now, all the healthcare workers are saying, until you fulfill your promise. Wahenga walisema dawa ya deni ni kulipa. Yeah. Row over 20 billion shillings benefits for civil servants and teachers. Now, the government has been sued over insurance benefits exceeding 20 billion shillings owed to families of dead or disabled public servants, including teachers and police officers. Now, a petition before the High Court in Nairobi blamed successive governments for failure to provide monetary insurance cover and settle death, disability, and work injury claims for hundreds of thousands of civil servants. One asks the question, when you depend on such key resource for you to be able to run government, for you to be able to run the country, and you're not meeting your promise, you're not meeting their demands, how exactly do you expect that government to move forward? How do you expect to get to Singapore when the entire workforce in civil service?
I think we shouldn't expect. I'm sorry. I don't think we should expect to get anywhere if you're not doing what you need to do in the first place. So if you're trying to make look, for example, you tell yourself, so what I want to do is that next weekend I want to travel to the coast and I'm going to do this by train. Okay? Yeah. Now, if you have not bought the tickets, if you have not packed your suitcase, if you have not stood up and made a forward movement, guess what? Then we can't expect you to go.
True.
I'm sorry. We should stop expecting if you've not done the fundamentals. Can't. It's not going to happen.
Now, members of parliament are backing a bill to control matatu fares. So lawmakers are closer to enacting a law they say will restore sanity to the public transport sector and rein in PSV owners who exploit commuters. I'm going to repeat these again. We do not have a public service vehicles that's ferry people from point A. We have a private individuals offering public service. Let's get that clear. Until that time when government of Kenya decides to have its own managed transport system, then they're able to control fares. Because someone will tell you, what you mean? I'm buying my own fare, maintaining my own vehicle. Taxes are high. Strait of Hormuz is closed. I'm buying fuel at expensive. Someone has to bear the brunt. They cannot do it anyway. NMG Uganda gets regulators not to resume business. So Museveni has said you can operate. Public health paralysis looms as medics strike. That picture right there is a sad one. You can imagine that is a ward that we are seeing and only one patient is there. The others have decided not to show up. Why? because there are no services being rendered in hospitals.
Can we talk about the fact that Kizza Besigye collapsed in court yesterday and is now in the ICU because they've held him for the longest time, even though it's now moved from the military court to now a criminal court, that they've held him for the longest time without trial. He collapsed yesterday. If he survives, it'll be a miracle. And I'm just saying, if he dies, it'll be on the hands of the Ugandan government. Yeah.
It's just as it is. And one asks the question, we talk about integration, the rule of law as a region. Regional presidents, what's your say? African Union, what's your say? The big political losers in Sifuna's rise has been expounded in page 4. What Senators Sifuna and associates stand to lose after a reshuffle of House committees? Do they stand to lose anything is the question.
Influence, power.
I think they have more influence without those positions, though.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Justice sector lays out plans for credible 2027 elections. So REBC boss Russell's Ethicon to head a multi-agency team tasked with coordinating the justice sector's election preparedness. So that is in page 6. Let's go quickly to page 7. Who pairs with whom in 2027? Opposition's ticket dilemma. So there we have images of opposition leaders just discussing on who then becomes the president, who becomes the running mate. Wanasema kizungumkuti iko sana. Now, MPs support bill seeking to control matatu fares, and we cannot have a country where fare is dictated by the weather and the number of people at a stage. I want to tell Kimilili MP Didmas Baraza that fare is dictated by those who own those property. Government of Kenya does not own the vehicles that ferry people from point A to point B. Until when you have that, then you can control the fare because you will have done what? Set the standard. All right? Until then, hii yote anasemanga ni moto ya kalatas.
Oh, that's it. That's the phrase I've been looking for since Monday. Where were you, Bana? You were supposed to tell me on
Imefika leo.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
So you know what? Sasa unataka niendelee?
Hey.
A guy has been bequeathed with a green hat.
Okay.
And Badlisha decamps the DCP amid Mount Kenya shifting tide. And Rigathi Gachagua there is there, placing the hat on his head. And above that, Millie Odhiambo, who remember Caroli Omondi told us the other day, said, I'm asking my sister Millie, what are you still doing?
Yes.
Stop dithering here. But she seems to be saying, you know what, the party is losing support in key bases. She's talking about ODM. Millie Odhiambo has never been one to mince her words. She'll say it as it is, and that's your problem if you can't deal with it. And she's saying, you know what, we're losing support in our key bases, and it doesn't look good. Jitters in ODM over dwindling party fortunes. And the thing about they say is that you might try to hide it, but it is going to come to light. You may not be comfortable. Also say,
if you know, you know.
You know. Okay. You know. Yeah. So of course, Governor Badlisha is Nyandarua County Governor Moses Kiarie Badlisha. He became the newest member of the GC.